What's up guys, Kawataka here, and today I'm here with another Gundam video. Today we're actually at the beta event for the Gundam card game, and right here we have a bunch of little events happening here. There's actually not that many booths, but there's a lot of events which I will take a photo of later and I'll show you guys. But right now we can just see a bunch of people trying out the game, and there's lots of like pop-ups and stuff there. So not much else to see, but there are tutorial events for new players who are trying to get into the game or just trying to get some promos. So for example, if you look here, there's like I think they're giving out these Gundam Assemble miniatures if you join the Gundam Assemble the event. And then they also have a Gundam card game event where they're giving out the EX resource Relina, and then also the resources Atherin and Char. So I think this one's from before, so you can't get a hero anymore, I don't believe. But these three cards are available, so pretty exciting. But that's pretty much. I think there's also like Gundam kit building events, and there's just like this booth thing here. So overall, not too much to see, but if you were able to register for one, I think it's a good opportunity to get some free stuff. I believe the promos here are worth a little bit of money, a little bit, not too much, but it is worth something. So, and it's free to join. So I think if you are lucky enough to get one, I think that's pretty good. But I'll give you guys an update in a bit. See ya. All right, so I think this place might be a better spot for me to speak, but I believe there's 3 different events for today. There's the Gunpla building event, there is a beta event, and then there's also a demo deck event. So there's 3 different events, and they give out a variety of different promos. So if you're interested in coming here, if you're in Hong Kong, I think you can apply for the one next week. I believe this goes until mid-July. But yeah, that's the booth. From this angle, it's kind of small, but I think for what they want to do, I think it's enough. I only applied for the beta event meetup, but it comes with the Relina EX resource, the Char, and the Atherin resource, which is the main things I wanted. So that's why. Once I get the stuff, I'll also continue making a video. But for the most part, I think it's nice that they have these. I don't think they did these when Digimon first came up, mainly because I think it was still during COVID era, so they didn't have that much time for the promotions. But this round, it feels like they're trying to put more effort into promoting the Gundam card game, so I'm happy about that. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this part of the update. I'll see you guys in a bit. Bye! What is up? So I've had a couple of days to just reflect on the event and just think more about my experience there, and I would just like to share with you guys, just so you guys have like a more clear idea on what I think about the game and how it's currently being run, at least in Hong Kong, and my future hopes for the game. So as for the event, I think it was pretty good. In order to get the 3 promos, which is the Relina, Char, and Atherin, you have to play 2 rounds of the game using the beta deck. So a beta deck that you've created using stuff from the beta box. So if you weren't able to get a beta box, you're not really able to join the event. I think you can borrow a deck for somebody, but if you don't have one, then it's a little bit harder. But I think it's free entry. It's free to enter, so I think it's pretty good. Since these are actually worth a little bit of money now, so if you're able to get in, it's definitely worth traveling to go if it's close by. I mean, if you really like these promos, then I think even if it's a drive, I think it's still pretty worth. But yeah, overall pretty good. They separated so in order to join, you have to have the Bandai TCG app. I think this is the main way they do it now, through most of their Bandai card games. And in Hong Kong at least, all the shops that are officially partnered with Bandai will be using the app and hosting the tournaments there. So if you're lucky, then you can get it. That's actually how I got the Zex and Hero as well. This one is from a demo deck event that I showed you guys last time, and this is from another beta event. So, you know, free to join. You know, the cards are worth a little bit of money, so definitely worth going to. And they look really nice. I'm probably going to collect at least one of each of these. So, as long as they're releasing, I'll join. I'll try to join at least. It is a little bit hard to get in, so hope you guys are lucky. So pay attention to like your shops and like Bandai's app. They always show when the tournaments are coming up. So yeah, overall pretty nice. And I forgot to mention this. So I did mention there was like 4 different types of events, 3 different types of events, but there's actually 4. So in addition to the limited box beta event, which is the one I joined, and the demo deck event, which is the one I joined before, but this time around they're giving out different promos. I'll put up pictures. I took pictures of everything they're doing. And then they're also doing a Gunpla workshop. So this is mostly kids building entry grades. So I think it is free entry as well, and it's just like people promoting Gunpla and telling kids to. It's an activity for people to join if they're nearby or if they got in line. I think a lot of kids there. Surprising amount of girls there, like toddlers. I think it's like their dads bringing their daughters, so it's quite wholesome. And yeah, just lots of kids. So if you're a parent and you want to get your kids into Gunpla, I think this was a very interesting way to do it. You know, it's free entry. You know, the vibes are nice. There's people helping out, so it was good. It was good fun, or it looked like good fun. I didn't. I wasn't able to join that. But yeah, in addition to that, there was also a Gundam Assemble event, which happened on alternate time slots to the beta event. So I think mine was at 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock was the 4 o'clock was the beta event, and then 5 o'clock was the Assemble event, and then 6 o'clock was another beta event, and then I think it just kept going on. And I was wrong about the dates. The dates it only lasted until it was only for that weekend, so it definitely wasn't until the end of into the middle of the week, middle of the month, like I mentioned before. So apologize for that. I have the dates right here. So the dates for the beta event was 28, 29, the 1st, and the 1st. So only those 3 dates, because the 1st is a public holiday for us. So they had 3 dates for those, and then the time slots for the beta event was 12 to 1, 2 to 3, 4 to 5. Oh wait, what? The one was the Gundam Assemble event. I guess they might be happening at the same. Oh, actually no. Wait. I don't know, but they were there. There was a Gundam Assemble event there. I don't know. I couldn't join, so I didn't really pay attention. I'll also list the details there. All the details are in Chinese though, so you might not be able to read it, but there was definitely a line for the Gundam Assemble. So pictures will be here, depending on how I edit this thing. So yeah, it was nice. If it definitely feels like Bandai is trying to push this game a little harder than they did for Digimon. They pushed One Piece quite a bit. They didn't really do too much pushing for Dragon Ball, at least in Hong Kong. But they pushed One Piece quite a lot. It was at anime conventions and whatnot. And then, you know, Gundam, they had this thing, which I don't think they did for Dragon Ball. At least I didn't pay attention to it. But Dragon Ball was pretty hype on release. They didn't really need to do it, but it's kind of fizzled out in Hong Kong. And then Gundam is very hype. Gundam is probably like in Hong Kong at least, it's probably one of the top IPs for like people who like anime. Like One Piece is pretty high up there, but I'm pretty sure. Actually, I shouldn't be that sure, but I am from what I see, there is a lot more Gundam fans out there, and they're also a lot older. Like the people who joined the Gundam event were older than me, and I'm 32. They were like 40ish, late 30s. I think that was like the average age. I think there might be some that are a little bit younger, maybe like mid 20s, but there weren't that many kids. Like there weren't any like 15, 16-year-olds or like 18, 19. I don't think there was any 18, 19 years there as well. Gundam is kind of like an aging IP. I think there are definitely some new blood coming in, especially with parents teaching their kids how to build Gunpla and watch the anime and stuff. So maybe later, like people my age, when we have kids, we will teach our kids about Gundam and stuff, and then maybe the average age for the franchise will be younger again. But I think at least for the card game, the age range here is definitely feels a lot older. One Piece, the One Piece players are younger. They are a little bit younger. I think the average is younger than me. And then for Battle Spirits, it's definitely a lot younger than me. It's like 10 years younger than me. And then Digimon is like around the same age as me. So Bandai has like a pretty wide demographic of players. But Gundam is my top franchise, like is my favorite franchise. So I would definitely be playing the Gundam card game. I played Gundam War before. They're one of their first card games, and it was a lot of fun. But when that shut down, I moved on to other stuff. So I'm really happy that they have it up again. And apologize for rambling. I'm just like happy talking about this game, and Starter Decks will be releasing next week, which I'll be opening. And overall, I have high hopes for this game. I think if they support it well enough, I think it is a game that can maybe be like second to One Piece. One Piece is a little bit hard to top right now just because it has so much mass appeal. There's a lot of normies or like regular people that just like One Piece. Whereas Gundam is a little bit more niche because I don't know, not a lot of people like mechas, but a lot of people who played Gundam War back in the day are coming back in to play this card game, so it's a good sign. Hopefully Bandai kind of has their shit together this time around and can run the game smoothly. I think for like overseas, I think in the West, I think this is a good sign. I think it's generating a lot of hype. There are a lot of scalpers for the beta box though, which is not a good sign, but I don't know. I still think this game has a lot of potential. It's a lot of fun to play. I played this game a few times using the beta stuff, and I had a lot of fun every time. And yeah, I think what the beta stuff is missing is like more higher cost cards, like your boss monsters, just because a lot of times you run out of steam late game whenever you exhaust your resources, or you have so much resources left over because the cost for your cards actually don't cost that much. They like 4 or 5 costs, like this is like the max right now. And then you have, by the time you have like 7 or 8 resources, unless you start on your whole hand and you have like nothing, you're not gonna be able to use up a lot of the resources. So yeah, looking forward to all the new boss monsters that we're gonna get in the game. I saw the release for the Wing Zero, just deals 3 damage to everything level 5 or lower. So it's pretty good, like field wipe for against decks that are trying to swarm, I guess. But anyway, I'm just rambling now. You know, stay tuned for the box opening for the Starter Decks, and then I'm also hopefully able to get a case or 2 at the end of the month. So yeah, I'll probably if I do end up with 2 cases, I will open one on camera and I'll also open one live. So hopefully that works out. If I only get half of 2 cases, like half a case and half a case, or like half a case in general, I'll just do it on camera for a video. But that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys are as excited for the Gundam card game as I am, because I am very, very excited. But yeah, this is Card Haku, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!